Where did I come from?
The basket.
The basket had a baby.
Is the antichrist really defined as a baby?
By a basket.
Okay, stop eating the dog.
Absolutely. Cozy wozies and everything.
Eat the dog. Oh, but I want to. No, you missed. No, the basket has to be like this. What if I fell? Like there.
Wait, I can't fall. Then I'll be a demon. That's how it works, right?
You already fell.
You're mortal, it doesn't matter.
I'm immortal?
No, you are a mortal, not
Okay,
immortal.
thank you. I am immortal. Thank you.
You are a mortal,
Thank you.
not e.
Nice to know.
You are affected by mortality.
Yeah, but I'm immortal, so therefore you're wrong.
Why?
But you're not immortal.
Oh. Ah! No! No!
Come sit.
Come sit and I'll
Come
make
sit.
sure they won't spray bottle you. No!
Well, that was one way. Would you like to continue the story?
I have never tempted anyone.
Ah! No! They're moving!
Should I start reading?
Oh, of course.
Come sit down, boys.
Come sit.
I'm gonna get spray
I
bottled.
won't spray bottle you if you behave yourself.
You may proceed.
Thank you. You said it was him, moaned Aziraphale. What? Abstractly picking a final lump of cream cake from his lapel.
Okay.
He licked his fingers clean. It was him, said Crowley. I mean, I should know, shouldn't I? Then someone else must be interfering. There isn't anyone else. There's just us, right? Good and evil. One side or the other. He thumped the steering wheel. You'll be amazed at the kind of thing they can do to you down there, he said. I imagine they're very similar to the sort of thing they can do to you up there, said Aziraphale. Come off it. You're like it. Ineffable mercy, said Crowley sourly. Yes. Did you ever visit Gomorrah? Sure, said the demon. There was this great little tavern where you could get those terrific fermented date palm cocktails with nutmeg and crushed lemongrass.
They were very good.
I meant afterwards. Oh. Aziraphale said, something must have happened in the hospital. It couldn't have. It was full of our people. Whose people? Said Aziraphale coldly. My people, corrected Crowley. Well, not my people. You know, Satanists. He tried to say this dismissively, apart from, of course, the fact that the world was an amazing, interesting place, which they both wanted to enjoy for as long as possible. There were a few things that the two of them agreed on, but they did see eye to eye about some of those people who, for one reason or another, were inclined to worship the Prince of Darkness. Crowley always found them embarrassing. You couldn't actually be rude to them, but you couldn't help feeling about them the same way that, say, a Vietnam veteran would feel about someone who wears combat gear to neighborhood watch meetings. Besides, they were always so depressingly enthusiastic. Take all that stuff with the inverted crosses and pentagrams and cockerels. It mystified demons. It wasn't the least bit necessary. All you needed to become a Satanist was an effort of will. They made an effort. You could be one. all your life without ever knowing what a pentagram was, without ever seeing a dead cockerel other than a chicken marengo. Besides, some of the old-style Satanists tended in fact to be quite nice people. They mouthed the words and went through the motions just like the people they thought of as their opposite numbers, and they went home and lived lives of mild, unassuming mediocrity. What does it mean? Just like the people they thought of as their opposite numbers. They mouthed the words and went through the motions just like the people they thought of as their opposite numbers, and they went home and lived lives of mild, unassuming mediocrity for the rest of the week, with never an unusually evil thought in their heads. Oh, that went.
Lose the spot.
An unusually evil thought in their heads, and hello, how are you? And as for the rest of it, there were people who called themselves Satanists who made Crowley squirm. It wasn't just the things they did, it was the way they blamed it on hell. They'd come up with some stomach churning that no demon could have thought of in 1,000 years. Some dark and mindless unpleasantness that only a fully functioning human brain could conceive. They then shout, "The devil made me do it!" and get the sympathy of the court, when the whole point was that the devil hardly ever made anyone do anything. He didn't have to. That was what some humans found hard to understand. Hell wasn't a... Why don't we have a lamp back here?
I was reading with sunglasses on. I don't know what you're complaining about.
The devil made me do it. He didn't have to. That was what some humans found so hard to understand. Hell wasn't a major reservoir of evil anymore. Yes?
No.
Hell wasn't a major reservoir of evil any more than heaven, in Crowley's opinion, was a fountain of goodness. Your opinion? Was a fountain of goodness. They were just sides in the great cosmic chess game. Where you found the real McCoy, the real who? The real grace and the real heart-stopping evil was right inside the human mind. Huh? Said Aziraphale? Satanists. I don't know how they could have messed it up, said Crowley. I mean, 2 babies. It's not exactly taxing, is it? He stopped. Through the mist of memory, he pictured a small nun who had struck him at the time as being remarkably loose-headed, even for a Satanist. And there had been someone else. Crowley vaguely recalled a pipe and a cardigan with a kind of zigzag pattern that went out of style in 1938. Ooh.
So you're still wearing it?
Good year. A man with expectant father written all over him. There must have been a 3rd baby, he told Aziraphale. Not a lot to go on, said the angel. You know the child must live, said Crowley. So, how do we know? Must be alive. We know the child must be alive, said Crowley. How do we know? If it had turned up down there again, do you think I'd still be sitting here? Good point. So all we've got to do is find it, said Crowley. Go through the hospital records. The Bentley's engine coughed into life and the car leapt forward, forcing Aziraphale back into the seat. And then what? He said. And then we find the child.
Listen to the book.
That one, or that one, or that one, possibly that one, possibly a 3rd.
If you were being threatened, you'd know.
Wait, what? What's Scrippato go?
You would know.
Where is it? What up?
So all we've got to do is find it, said Crowley, go through the hospital records.
Don't look at me.
The Bentley's engine
I am
puffed into
completely
life,
innocent.
and the car leapt forward, forcing Aziraphale back into the seat. And then what he said.
World War II.
And then we find a child.
Yes.
And then what?
What?
The angel shut his eyes as the car crabbed around the corner. Don't know. Good grief. I suppose get off the road, Get off the road, you clown! Your people wouldn't consider. And the scooter you rode on! Given me asylum. I was going to ask you the same thing. Watch out for the pedestrian! It's on the street, it knows the risk it's taking, said Crowley. Easy an accelerating car between a parked car and a taxi, and leaving a space which would have barely accepted even the best credit card. Watch the road! Watch the road! Where is this hospital anyway? Somewhere south of Oxford.
When you're ready.
Okay, so where was I? Aziraphale grabbed the dashboard. Oh, you can't do 90 miles an hour in central London?
Why not?
Why not?
Hi.
Hello, demon child.
Oh. Oh, that. Oh, he is angelic.
Wait, no, he's not.
Sorry.
No, he's not.
Can we have a vote? Angelic?
Angelic. Demon. So.
One to one.
Angelic. I've been attacked by this monster.
Alright, the story.
Okay, so we were doing 90 miles an hour through central London. You'll get us killed, Aziraphale hesitated. Inconveniently discorporated, he corrected. Lately, relaxing a little. Anyway, you might kill other people.
And? Not spirits. The demon child.
Crowley shrugged. The angel had never really come to grips with the 20th century and didn't realize it is perfectly possible to do 90 miles an hour down Oxford Street. You just arrange matters so that no one else was in the way. And as everyone knew that it was impossible to do 90 miles an hour down Oxford Street, no one noticed. At least cars were better than horses. The internal combustion engine had been a godsend, a blessing, a windfall for Crowley. The only horses he could be seen riding on business in the old days were big black jobs with eyes like flame and hooves that struck sparks.
They were very pretty.
That was the rigor for a demon. Usually Crowley fell off. He wasn't much good with animals.
Excuse me.
Well, you weren't, like, that one time.
Somewhere around Chiswick,
argument.
Aziraphale scrabbled vaguely in a scree of tapes in the glove compartment. What's a velvet underground?
You wouldn't like it.
Oh, bebop. Do you know, Aziraphale, that probably if a million human beings were asked to describe modern music, they wouldn't use the word bebop, said Crowley. And, this is more like it. Tchaikovsky, said Aziraphale, opening a case and sliding its cassette into the blunt. You won't enjoy it, sighed Crowley. It's been in the car for more than a fortnight. A heavy bass beat began to thumb through the Bentley as they sped past Heathrow. Aziraphale's brow furrowed. I don't recognize this. What is it? It's, Tchaikovsky's. Another one bites the dust, said Crowley, closing his eyes as they went through slow. To while away the time as they crossed the sleeping children, they also listened to William Byrd's We Are the Champions and Beethoven's I Want to Break Free. Neither were as good as Von Williams' Fat Bottom Girls. It is said that the devil has all the best tunes. This is broadly true. But heaven has the best choreographers.